Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, emotional, and mental health perspective in as often as we can, sometimes daily, usually multiple times per week. We've got over 750 of these available. I'm trying to get to 1,000 over the summer months. Anyway, if you are looking for coaching as a business owner, if you're looking for a relationship or habit change coaching, would love to be of assistance to you. I've been working for 14 years with over 16,000 people now, so would love to add you to that list. If you're interested, please feel free to reach out. There's a couple ways to do that in the About Me section of this YouTube page or in the at PO Perception Twitter account. That's another way. So this is about entrepreneurs, and so things that entrepreneurs need to be willing to do in order to be successful is kind of the idea behind this particular audio. The first is positive. Be positive, but also be willing to be neutral. Sometimes things don't go well. And so ignoring that negative things can happen, or ignoring that things can get frustrating, or ignoring that, things can become overwhelming is just plain foolish. A lot of people try to be overly positive and it doesn't work. Fake positivity never works. Sometimes you can fake it till you make it for a short span of time, maybe a few days to a week, but sooner or later the fake positivity wears off and then you're really dealing with, the realities of your situation no matter whether you want to be or not. So it's better to go, hey, neutrally speaking, this could be better, this could be worse. Let's look at this from a perspective of what I can change versus what I wish was or wasn't happening. The next is be willing to take calculated risks and chances. So if you're not ready to lose, then you're not ready to win. What I mean by that is simply this. Whether it be in a relationship or a business, if you don't have something to invest in terms of being willing to lose time, money, energy, effort, whatever have you, then you're not going to win. And that's okay, except in the sense that at the end of the day, you need to be able to understand that inaction leads you to emotional and mental paralysis, which leads you stuck. The next thing is you've got to be willing to be misunderstood. Look, your vision is yours, which means other people probably won't understand it completely, won't get it, or try to alter it, try to tell you why it won't work, try to tell you that it can't work, try to tell you that you can't get where you need to be with it. And so the beginning of true understanding is knowing once and for all that, in fact, it can work, but you've got to alter yourself and realize that critics can give you an opportunity to realign with what you're willing to do and how hard you're willing to work at something. Work smarter, not harder, but at the same time, realize that you've got to be willing to give your all. Now, giving your all is an important part of any business venture. The trouble is, don't give so much of yourself that you don't have anything left to give to yourself at the end of the day. This means that you've got to save some for your family, for your friends, for your hobbies. Every other bit of yourself, every other bit of your being should, in fact, go towards your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. But always have a little bit so you can rebalance yourself. Sometimes people get to burnout and never get to their goals, not because their goals aren't lofty, not because they're incapable, but because their balance level is off from the beginning. The next is be resourceful. Look, you're not going to be able to do everything that you need to do in order to be successful. And so this means that you've got to be able to use the knowledge and ability of other people and be willing to educate yourself in what you don't know. Admitting what you don't know is the beginning to knowing anything, and then kind of rebalancing yourself from the use and benefit of your resources. The next is learn from history. Learn what other people are doing, but just as similarly, learn what other people are not doing and be willing to do that. When you're willing to do what other people won't do, haven't done, can't do, don't know that needs to be done, or kind of trend set in that way, you're then able to make better decisions. You're then able to achieve at a whole nother level because you're doing something that other people haven't done. Therefore, you're a trendsetter. And by being a trendsetter, you can lead. When you're willing to lead and able to lead, life becomes so much simpler. The last thing on this particular, the second to last is look for small wins. People are so all or nothing black or white thinking that they often forget that it's not the big win that really makes the difference. It's the series of small wins. It's the series of progress. It's the series of things that you need to get done in order to get to a place where ultimately you are winning on a consistent basis and making one step, two step, three step of progress a day, and then before you know it, do that for a year, do that for 2 years, do that for 3 years. I'm in the middle of a plan to get myself back where I'd like to be with some certain goals. That plan in fullness is probably going to take about 3 years. I'm about a year and a half into it, and I'm on schedule, maybe one step behind schedule. But if I expected myself to do everything I needed to do within the first year, and I didn't give myself permission to be flexible, then I wouldn't be winning. I'd be losing. The last thing is know your ethics standards, your ethics, your code of ethics, and your code of honor, and live by it. Don't allow that to get lost, but be willing to bend the things that don't matter to you. If you're willing to partner with other people and take less money, do that. If you're willing to go and study something for free and mentor under somebody, do that. If you're willing to hire somebody short term and tell them up front that it's only short term, even if they want to believe something different, do that. In other words, know where your ethical lines are and begin to work those to your advantage. That doesn't mean manipulate them. It just means work them and know that sometimes we won't get everything we want until we begin to understand that everyone wants something, and it's about positioning yourself to get the most things that you need or want in order to be successful. So hopefully this is helpful. Keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.